windows once you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, 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 get the guns out. Dropping bodies in the place till the sun's out. Can't fuck with this, I'm going to try. Just when the bullets fly, I'm the last one to die.
What's going on, guys? Your boy Rome Legacy back again with another video. Yes, we back again, and you guys been asking me for years to do a fragrance video on the house of Kajal. Kajal perfumes, as you know, is one of the fragrance houses I probably reviewed the most, and absolutely one of my favorite fragrance houses. You know, I love every single fragrance I've smelled, and no, I have not smelled every single fragrance that they have, but I'll say maybe there's probably 2 I haven't smelled from the house. But I have my top 10 favorite Kajal perfume fragrances that I want to share with y'all. All right. So, disclaimer straight off the bat: I don't have all 10 of them in my collection. I have 8 of my own, but I have smelled 10, 12, 15 of their fragrances, I think. But I have 2 samples of the fragrances that I smelled, and one, I'll get into that. You'll understand why they're not in my collection yet. All right, let's go ahead and get right into this banger of top 10 Kajal fragrances. All right, let's go. So as you see, this is my Kajal fragrance collection right here on my display, and number 10 in my collection is the newest fragrance from Kajal perfume. And the reason why is that 10 is because I haven't had a long time with this fragrance. It's new. I just got it like maybe 3-4 days ago, and I wanted to put it in the collection. I actually didn't even want to do the top 10 until I had it in my collection. And that fragrance is Mesa. Mesa is the latest release from Kajal fragrances. I think it came out maybe around June. And what I can tell you about this fragrance, it starts off with a sweet note, met very quickly with a lot of citrus notes. This is an aromatic, aquatic, sweet fragrance. In my opinion, this fragrance definitely leans a little bit on the feminine side, but it also has, in the dry down, a very, I think I can say, potent green note. Very green fragrance, very aquatic fragrance, and super aromatic. Haven't had a lot of time with it, but I will be doing a full review on this fragrance. Just give me at least a month of getting familiar and intimate with the fragrance. But top 10, it had to be in. Number 10. At number 9, we have Kajal Homme 2. Now, this is supposed to be the flanker of Kajal Homme, and in my opinion, they're polar opposites of each other. They don't smell alike at all. I have never asked why this was called Kajal Homme 2. Not something that really, you care to know. But what I can tell you about this fragrance, this is a woody-based fragrance that has a sweetness to it, that has an herbalness to it. This is an herbal, woody, sweet fragrance. It has hints of candy notes. It has citrus notes. Definitely has almost oak wood kind of vibe. But yes, this is a gorgeous fragrance. Yeah, you have hits of lavender, cinnamon. It even has a slight, hint of peach in here that can give it a little softer touch. But overall, to me, this is the perfect office fragrance. Like if you're in office a lot and you want something to smell sweet, but also smells very professional, sophisticated, this is the fragrance to get. Do love this fragrance, but I tend to only wear this when I don't know what to wear and I just want something, out of my collection I know isn't going to, have me think too much. This is an easy grab fragrance for me. Woody, sweet, and definitely an easy fragrance to wear. Kajal Homme 2. At number 9. At number 8, I don't have the full bottle in my collection. I just have a sample bottle. But this is the Hob. Now, the Hob is a fruity fragrance, very feminine. And this is a fragrance that I'm going to get for my wife. I'm most likely going to try to grab this for her for Christmas, surprise her with something nice. If you're looking for a fruit-based fragrance that has an amber and a dry down, this is it. But the winning note in this fragrance is the passion fruit. The passion fruit mixed with this green apple, this Granny Smith apple note. You have the fresh nuance with this tropical ripe fruit of passion fruit that's exotic, and just, I think the encore of having the amber note to give it a slight bit of a romantic vibe makes this fragrance so gorgeous, especially on a female. I sprayed this on my wife's hand, and at first she was kind of thrown off with the Granny Smith apple note, the green apple note. But after about a couple of minutes, she's like, "Oh, that smells good." And I was in my head, I'm like, "Oh, keep that. This is the winner." So at number 8, the Hob from Kajal Fragrances. Women, get your nose on this. This is a banging fruit tropical vacation fragrance. All right, let's move right along to the next one. Next up is the original, the one that started it all. This is Kajal Homme, the original. This is, oh my God. This is what made me say, oh, I need to investigate this house right here. Got a sample. I remember watching the Essence Festival, and of course, Kajal is known for their exotic tops. This is one of the most recognizable brands because of the top, I think. But the bottle design caught me, and I remember getting the sample, and I smelled this, and I said, ooh, tonka bean. And so, okay. And man, the most versatile fragrance in my collection. Hands down, I can wear this anywhere, anytime, and every time I put it on, it gives me a smile, makes me feel good. If you're looking for a really, really gorgeous, smooth, authentic tonka bean fragrance, you gotta put your nose on this. So smooth, so rich, sweet, and the perfect first date fragrance in my opinion. If you want that woman to be on your arm the entire night, if she loves fragrances, she is going to love how this smells on you. And don't get it twisted, women can wear this one too. This one has, room for both genders to jump in on it. But I've only worn it. I never put it on my wife, but I know just from how it smells on me, it's going to smell amazing on her. Tonka bean is unisex, but Kajal Homme, that is a gorgeous fragrance, and this one is at number 7. Next up, I got another sample of the fragrance Joey. Joey is another fragrance that I need in my collection. This one is at number 6. If you're looking for a sweet honey rose fragrance, this is the one to grab. Now, it doesn't just have that as the combination. I'm just giving you what's coming out of the sprayer first. But in my opinion, it has great spices, a mixture of beautiful nutmeg, clove. It has this gorgeous rose note that is just not a bouquet, just one freshly picked rose with warm honey. You gotta get your nose on this one. I need it in my collection. It is a fragrance sample that I have and I'm not getting rid of, but I need you guys to understand that this is a beautiful, gorgeous honey rose fragrance that has spicy nuances, that has a beautiful floral note, and the dry down, gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. In the bottle, I pretty much, I put a picture up there. That red and black combination of the bottle, gets me every time. So, enjoy, get that in your collection. Number 5, right here. This is Forest. Once again, one of the newer fragrance releases. The bottle, beautiful, almost chrome like bottle design. I slept on this fragrance. I'm not gonna lie. I slept on this fragrance. Called it an office fragrance. Didn't give it a second thought because I only wore this in the winter. And the performance was okay. But I remember maybe around June, I happened to be watching, and I'm gonna give her credit because I'm not gonna take credit for trying it out. Curly Scent, I think that's her name. If I'm, I don't know if it was Curly Scents or Curly Fragrances. I'll put the picture up here. One of those two. It's the one that always sprays a bunch of fragrances on her, and she always tell you to put your balls in upright position. Her. She said, wear this in the summertime. And I was like, wear it in the summertime? But the notes don't, give off summer vibes. That's all right. One fresh cut fragrance Friday. I was like, all right, let's rock it. Just got, shaved the head, got the little mustache trimmed up. I said, all right, let's wear it. It was like 90 degrees. I put this thing on. Oh my goodness, man. I was like, yo, she not playing. This thing woke up from a deep slumber. It just came alive. The lavender, the bergamot, the juniper berry, all just, opened up and said, yes, I'm here. I did not put the combination together because I saw nutmeg, I saw clove. I'm like, this is going to be more of a fall fragrance. But no, she was absolutely right. This fragrance is perfect for high heat weather. There's something about lavender that just comes off very clean, very, almost barbershop-like. The juniper berry note gave it a pungentness that it needed to complement the bergamot, the apple, the orange, the lemon note. All those fruit aspects were just completely ignored because I wore this in the winter, and those things don't perform very well in that time frame. And I focused more on the base notes because I was like, yeah, this is definitely a fall fragrance. You got tonka bean, you got, this vetiver, you got patchouli. Like, of course, this is going to be a fall fragrance. And, you got amber, that's fall notes. Nope. Wear this in the summer, guys. Spring, late spring, summertime. This is absolutely gorgeous. And look out next year. This is definitely going in the spring top 10 list. All right. So far as from Kajal fragrance number 5. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Right? We're getting down to the nitty gritty. For y'all who don't know who the nitty gritty is, nitty gritty is close to the end. And I got to put this gorgeous saffron and rose combination, Jahan, in the mix. This is at number 4. I struggled with this one because I was like, should I make this number 4, number 3? But I was like, nah, I can't. I know where this lies, and I know why I love it and where it should be placed. And I didn't want to place it higher because there's some other fragrances that are just honestly better. But don't get it wrong. Don't get it confused. This is one of my favorite saffron rose-based fragrances. The bottle, the top, I love how they did that with the rose. I'll show you a better photo of it. But the rose on top, that's just, oh man, gorgeous. So we got saffron spices. We got a beautiful rose note. Apple blossom that complements the saffron with the spices with a softer, floral note. Then we have, like I said, this. Now we're talking about a bouquet of roses. Now, I'm not sure, but it gives me like the Bulgarian rose vibe. And who would have thought that saffron, oud, rose would be such. Now, I'm not going to say elegant because it's beyond elegant. It's intriguing. It's captivating. It's different in a good way, right? This is different in a good way. That oud gives this a little bit closer step to being almost on the royal side. Like this is made for royalty. That's how gorgeous this fragrance is. This is a rich man's fragrance, in my opinion. If you got some dough, you want to smell like $1,000,000, saffron, oud, rose, vanilla, get your nose on Jahan. One of the best fragrances in the collection, and I love the combination. This is probably my favorite saffron oud combination. Excuse me, not saffron oud. This is my favorite saffron rose combination in my collection. If this isn't my number one, it's a close second to Rebellious. But I might do a shootout with those two. Stay tuned, we'll see. All right, now we at number 3, and number 3 is the fragrance I call Emerald City. This is Olmes from Kajal Fragrances at number 3. Now, we're talking about sweet, fruity, sweet, fruity. Tutti fruity. Yes, this is such a gorgeous fruit fragrance. I can't stop smelling this. This is so good. This is so good. This fragrance has a candy-like vibe mixed with brown sugar and one specific I consider a tropical fruit, which is raspberry. Black currant is still, fruity, but that's a darker fruit. This has a lighter fruit note, like a candy shop. Like, you ever tasted those Sour Patch candies, but just like the rainbow version? That's kind of the vibe I get with this. The dry down has a creaminess to it. But yeah, this is such a beautiful summer fragrance where you get the nuances of citrus notes, of course, but just the candy vibe makes this fragrance so gorgeous, so playful. If you've never seen this bottle in person, pictures do not do it justice. This is a gorgeous bottle. It is. This and the new one, Mesa, they just are beautiful, gorgeous. They have the same top, I think, but just gorgeous bottles. I'm gonna try and see what layering this smells like. I'm gonna try that. But this right here, playful, young, vibrant, beautiful, unisex fragrance. Perfect for any vacation. This needs to be in your suitcase. All right? Olmes from Kajal Perfumes. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. I truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. I know I put it up on the screen at some point, but I wanted to ask you, please, if you like this content that I'm putting out for you guys, like, comment, subscribe. Do me a favor, share this video with your friends, support the channel. I want it to grow. I want to be able to support the channel by getting, more fragrances, better equipment, better lighting, all the things that goes along with making content for you guys. And the only way I can do that is if you support the channel. All right? All right, let's go on to number 2. This was hard. I don't know why everybody says that. It's hard. It's hard. It truly is. When it comes to this type of stuff, it truly is hard to pick your number 1 because you have, so many fragrances that you can pick from. But this one is definitely one of my favorite fragrances. in my entire collection. Number 2, Lamar. Lamar is probably the best looking bottle in my collection. Probably, arguably. But the top, oh my gosh. But this is tropical fruits, dry fruits, and spices. Not only do you get a beautiful pineapple note that isn't as prominent or hyped as everyone says. It's there, it's noticeable, but it's not the end all be all of this fragrance. That is just the opening. We have red berry that is a beautiful note. You have the combination of Bulgarian rose mixed with a Turkish rose that blends so effortlessly, that merges into a gorgeous marriage that is complemented by an orris note. This is what you want when you're looking for fruity, floral, spicy fragrance. Cardamom is probably my favorite or second favorite note in there because the spices almost reminds me of a soft cinnamon. Like the warmness of this spice is just so romantic, so gorgeous. Oh man, I love this. I even love this on my wife. This is perfect fragrance for someone. If you want to gift this to your girlfriend, you want to gift this to your wife, if you want to gift it to your boyfriend, your husband, and you want to sneak and wear it sometime, you can do that because it smells good on both of them, women and men. And also, to be honest, it smells a little different on the females. The roses come out on my wife more. The pineapple comes more out on my wife, and the cardamom comes out on me more, mixed with the berry notes. So it's up in the air, in my opinion, of what, I guess, who wears it. But I've heard a lot of people say the pineapple, it doesn't perform as much, it's not as strong as it. Don't focus on that. Let's focus on all the aspects of the dry fruits, the tropical fruits, the rose combination, the dry down with the creamy sweet vanilla, combined with the amber note, and that kind of iris powdery note that hints, like whispers, ever so slightly in the fragrance. Don't miss that. Let that play a part. And I say this, when people wear fragrances, I tell you guys this, don't pick a fragrance off of the first 20 minutes of wearing it because you're going to get disappointed. That thing that, excited you, that's only there for a couple of minutes. That's there to get your notice, to make you say, this is how the fragrance is going to smell. No. It's not going to smell like that the entire fragrance. Wait a couple of hours. Wait a couple of days. Spray the fragrance. Fall in love with it. Because at this price point, you don't want something that you only like the opening of or you only like to dry down. You got to like all the layers. And this one, every layer of this fragrance smells fantastic. So that's why it's a number 2 in my collection. All right, we get to number 1. And if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know there's no denying that. So y'all is my number 1 Kajal fragrance. Not everybody's going to agree with me on this. They probably would have said, what, Rom? You crazy. That does not smell better than Lamar. That does not smell better than Olmaz. And that might be right for you. That might be true for you. But I love dark, rich, deep fragrances. I like resinous fragrances. I like leather fragrances. And this is a combination of all that into one. My favorite time, my favorite weather for wearing fragrances is the fall. And this is one of the best fall fragrances in the world. If you like, and I'm going to say it again, I'm probably beating a dead horse, Diaghilev from Roger Dove. If you like Roger Dove's signature fragrance, this is a combination of both of those. Put a little sweetness on top. Can't beat it. Warm leather spice, vanilla, patchouli, and I'm going to go a little deeper with the vanilla. Creamy vanilla, a more peppery patchouli, a smooth, effortless, almost, I'm not going to say sweet, a smooth leather, almost polished leather kind of texture when it comes to this fragrance. And the chypre vibe that comes off when I smell it gives me that hints of this like chypre barbershop vibe. Man, I cannot tell you how gorgeous this smells. And this thing lasts forever. This is very, very beast mode. Very beast mode. But when I'm wearing a suit, if I'm wearing a button up, this is the one I'm grabbing because I know there's 90% chance that no one's gonna have a fragrance where I'm going. And I know that I'm gonna smell good, I'm gonna smell confident, I'm gonna feel confident. And I love that sweet aspect that goes with this one that doesn't go with Diaghilev, that doesn't go with the Roger Dove's personal fragrance. Those two have more of a older gentleman vibe, and I want to smell reminiscent of the modern, the classic fragrance, but I want that modern day take on it. And Kajal is the reason why I call this my number one Kajal perfume fragrance. So that is my top 10 Kajal fragrances, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys will get an opportunity to check these fragrances out. I'll link everything down below. Let me know if you have any of these fragrances in your collection. Let me know if you plan on grabbing any of these. And if you do, please let me know. I appreciate you guys. All right. I do have something I want to do for you guys. What I'm going to do for one lucky winner is I'm going to give you 3 travel samples. This one has Daham, Olmas, and Lamar in it, and I think it's like a 2 ml sample travel spray. So you get an opportunity to try the fragrances out. So that's all you got to do is be subscribing to the channel. Comment down below what fragrance you have or want in your collection. And the last thing you got to do is DM me on Instagram and tell me that you want to be in the drawing for the travel sample pack. All right? All right. That's pretty much it, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you that have joined my journey on this YouTube channel and keep supporting my channel. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all my peoples. Y'all know this. My smell good guys. And until next time. And like I always say, it's okay if you want to smell like Rome. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Until then, peace. You got me.